Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. This time we're going to be pulling on a new limited and burst weapon character. As you can see, it's Firion. Now as normal he has two banners. First one here has his equipment, Golbez's and Ferris. Second one has Lena's, Irvine's, and Fujin's. Both banners have his LD and burst on, and both of them have a free pull. These are our last two free pulls for this month, from what I'm aware of. So I'm going to do them both now, and then I'm going to pull on the other banner with tickets. Mostly because I already have all the EXs on the second banner, and I'm only missing Golbez off the first. Honestly, if I'm really lucky, I'll get either the LD on one of these, or Golbez EX on that other one with the freebie. Game decides to throw Lena at me again, which, if EXs were worth more turning in than a single Power Stone, that would be nice, but honestly, it's not really anything super special now to get an EX you already have. Oh boy, the banner I could have used a guaranteed EX on. Now I'm only going for LD here because while his burst is nice, it's not a big must-have for me. And this is going to be painful, isn't it? Especially because it's the premiere night of a banner, which means everything's going to be running like molasses. Sunday didn't run that badly, but he wasn't exactly a huge draw for a lot of people. I imagine a fair few people do really like Firion. Final Fantasy 2 is kind of weird as an entry, in my opinion, but Firion himself, as far as I'm aware, does have his fans. And Final Fantasy 2's units in this game are pretty neat. And nice. I believe I have another one of those already, but it's nice to get another. It would be really cool to get Golbez's EX on this banner. He is going to be getting a limited and burst weapon in a few months, I believe. Not sure how far off he is, and he's a fair bit power crept at this point, sadly. But it would be nice to get to play with him a bit more before those weapons come into play. He's kind of another one of those characters where I'd really would have liked to go after, especially around his Lost Chapter time when co-op quests just started becoming jokes because of his triple meteor. But yeah, he just never blessed me with his stuff in the few pulls I was able to do on him. And I really wasn't able to dedicate any resources towards him just because of things around that time I was also going for. No gold orbs quite yet, but we're getting a decent chunk of gold weapons. I think I'll go 1 to 200 tickets on screen. Perhaps it'll be like the last time I pulled for something and it just kind of popped up like the one pull after I finished. That always seems to be the way. Firion is pretty neat once he gets his LD, because with that and his rework, he becomes a lot more of a team player. Ooh, got a gold here. Goldbears or Firion? Goldbears or Firion? Wrong Firion. I should have specified I wanted LD, but whatever. But yeah, he's more of a team player now, because he can now apply heals to the team with his skills. I don't believe his EX can, but his skill 1 and skill 2 can both heal the team now a bit. And with his LD, he gets kind of a heal trap type thing. It's kind of weird in which it puts a debuff on the enemy, kind of like Beatrix's LD does, if you know about that. But unlike hers, where it goes off as a follow-up to whatever it actually does after that, it goes off on their turns, and it does a few hits, which does an HP attack afterwards, and it heals your party as well, which is really nice for some off-turn damage and healing, which from what I've seen of this Lufenia is very helpful, because I believe the orbs go up based on healing the party through attacks. Like regen doesn't count, but if you're using Rude or Firion or other characters who just flat out heal with a skill, like Aerith, I believe Yuna heals as well. But basically, as long as a heal comes as a part of an attack, it counts and puts up the orb 1 per ally healed. So that's potentially up to 3 on the counter, which is very good because the boss's Lufenia orb counters tend to be fairly low. Come on, give me LD. I had to pity this. All those months ago, I had to pity that. Okay, that's probably... Come on, Golbez, Firion LD. No, Ferris, please. I already had you. I've played with you for a good while. Okay. Nice, Golbez EX. It's not the big prize of the banner, but it's something I've been wanting, honestly. But I was gonna say, I used Ferris for a while. She's pretty fun, but she's not going to be really pumping out too much damage right now. And she just kind of power crept, along with the fact that she uses 3 different elements on her EX, which can potentially run her into a few problems for that simple fact. They're just throwing his 15s at me, which I do kind of find it odd because the boss she got her EX on, I believe either is immune or has resistance to one of the elements her EX uses. So the fact it works at all on them is just kind of baffling to me. I think with resistances, if they are weak to one of them, it kind of just cancels the resistance out. But if it absorbs, to my knowledge, that takes priority over everything. So that just kind of confuses me. But speaking of Ferris and the bosses that were in that last chapter for Agrius, those are the bosses here. The Argent Efficient, I believe they're called. They're a bit upgraded in that I believe when they're floating, if they do their global crush or whatever, it's now an AoE 100%. Alright. Gotten every EX on the banner, including 2 of each of Ferris and Golbez. I'm really just going for the LD at this point. Well, it's for Firion at least. This is running a lot smoother than I thought it would. Since I'm going to try my luck on this banner a bit. Since I've gotten everything I really want on that other banner. I'll throw like 20 or 30 tickets onto here. Just to see if my luck is any better on this one. For getting Firion's stuff. I heard some people would be skipping Firion, but I figured servers would be a bit more shaken up than this. So far this banner is disappointing me, despite being the lucky banner. I'll go and... okay. Hopefully this gets LD. Nope, I'm out. It just wants to shove Lena down my throat. Which I have no real problem with. Because Lena's a good unit. She was really helpful during the Cosmos era. She paired really well with Renoa at the time, since Renoa was just kind of throwing her own health away. Which is, honestly, I wish Renoa would have had changed with her, because her HP plus taking away health is supposed to be like a drawback for how powerful it is. Okay, game. But the main problem with that now is it's not really that special of an attack. We get plenty of stuff matching or beating it out in power. And she already has a drawback of her defense being dropped a lot in that mode. So I don't really think it really needs to be a thing at this point. Especially since her LD being active kind of has regen. Just kind of taking care of that anyway, so she's not really going to be dropping really low unless you're not really paying attention. I'm going to go down to 850. Thanks for the 15. And probably chuck a 5k gems on here just to see if I can force an LD drop. Because this game seems to love to give me the things I'm specifically looking for in 3 multis. I don't know what it is about that number, but the game seems to run around that for me. Come on, game, give me LD, LD. That's a complete goal, Bez. I'm not really going to complain about that. Getting up there in time, so I'll do 2 multis here. 1 or 2 multis and see how that ends up. And then if I don't get LD, I'll just keep pulling tickets off screen. Hoping I get lucky here with LD. Okay, that's another 35. Game's not really liking me with Firion today, is it? Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably pull off screen for it. That stinks. Game's giving me everything for Firion here except for LD. You know what? I can go down to 200k. Well, 204k. Because I really just can't control myself, and multis are generally fun. I'm going to have to be really careful with X-Death now. Go down and get that book at least. Rude just kind of took all my luck for this month. Yikes. That's awful. I'm not going below 200k, not on Firion. I still have X-Death to pull on, and I still have Dark Knight Cecil to pull on before the end of the month. And I can't really afford to go too hard in on Firion like this, which I arguably went farther than I should have, but either way, good luck on anyone else's draws. Hopefully you'll have uh, better luck in getting the LD than me, who I've really not had much luck on this banner, as you can see. In that way, I got a lot of good stuff. I got a lot of golds, and I'm going to be able to build up gold bez, which was a thing I wanted to do. But LD wise, I'm still going to have to chuck tickets into this. But I'll do that off screen. Good luck on the bulls, everyone, and I'll see you for the Lufenia later.